execute the plan, and start thinking about living your life and not just living for a moment. All right, what's up, YouTube? My name is Alvin. I am a 20-year military veteran. I have time in law enforcement, and I like making videos on situational awareness. Situational awareness is not just tactical, it's practical. You must stay up to date on your physical and your digital security, as well as your health and your mental mindset. And with that being said, today we are talking about health. Think about it, it's September, and as January approaches, everyone is going to be thinking about getting back in the gym so they can get ready for summer. Well, I'm here to tell you, summer starts now. But the reason why most people fail is that it's not about doing the work, it's about connecting your mindset to the work and knowing that you're not just striving to reach a goal, you're striving to reach a lifestyle. It's going to be ongoing, day in and day out, and no quit. You're setting yourself up for success. Think about it. When investors talk about retiring, they're talking about putting money in from the time you're 21 until the time you retire at 55, 65, or whatever the case may be. And it's the same thing with your body and your health. You're putting food in your body, but you're not keeping track about how much you're spending. And what you need to do is start taking account, because you can do all the working out in the world, but if you don't take account of what you're eating, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And how I got to this, I've been on a grind, for most of my life, but obviously sometimes life gets in the way, things happen, and then you fall off track a little bit. And I'm no exception. However, I do have enough experience to know how to turn that gear up and get back right. And as I approached 50 last year, I knew that it was time to get back to it, because as you get older, you begin to lose muscle mass naturally, and that is a key factor in your longevity. Muscle is extremely important, and taking care of your body is what you eat, but also what you put in it, like eating the proper macro ratio, and that is your protein, carbs, and fats to fuel your body. When I was in the military, at one point I was a command fitness leader, and that's the person that helps takes charge of the PT and helps with the physical assessment twice a year. And I had a young guy. He came to the command, and within like 2 or 3 months, he had put on like 25 pounds, because we worked 12-hour shifts. He would get off, eat, order out, order takeout, play video games for a couple hours, go to sleep, rinse, wash, repeat. So he was in trouble, and I had to help him out. Over the course of about 2.5 months, he actually lost that weight. But the main point of that is we got to stop allowing ourselves to get there in the first place. We need to make sure that we stay on that grind, do the things that we need to do, so that way we can be better for not just ourselves, but also our family. And with that being said, an app that I've been using over the last 1.5 years is Macro Factor. It's pretty great. It helps you track your food. You can scan it. You can just type in what you eat. If you can't find it, because sometimes these barcodes don't work. You can also take a picture of it, and it'll tell you what you have on your plate. And then you can make adjustments to whether you type it in or scan it or whatever. If you need to make an adjustment, you can do that as well. So I find this pretty cool, not sponsored, just something that I've used, and I found it very helpful, because like I said, don't wait till January to try to get it in gear. Get it in gear now. Get a plan, execute the plan, and start thinking about living your life and not just living for a moment or living for a season. And that way, you're going to always be ahead of your peers. You're going to be on top of your game. But more importantly, you're going to add to the longevity of your life, so you can be healthier and just be better. With that being said, that's really all I got for you today. I'll probably expand on this topic later. If you got questions, drop them in the comments. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. But until the next time, stay vigilant.